Welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. We are back in the house. Yes, it's been a minute since I've been on. All right. And I got a good explanation why, and I'm going to keep that real short because I want to get into the content and the topic of the day, which is the draft and do the recap, things like that. But I just been busy. I've been busy. All right. I've just been busy. That's all it's been. Went to ATL for a little bit of a getaway, a siblings getaway, much needed. That was fun. Ate some good food too. And then this past weekend, shouts out to my dad. He just graduated. All right, so please put in the comment section, man. Let's show him some love. He just graduated at the age 55 with his doctorate degree in education. All right, he is now Dr. David Pierre Sr., all right, because I'm a junior. All right, so yes, he is a doctor, first doctor in our family, out of all his brothers and sisters and everything like that. So it's a big accomplishment, all right, doctor in education. So really big ups to him, proud of him for that. And I would like for you guys, being that we're all DU fam, to put a little congratulations to Dr. Pierre Sr. if you want to do that, because it ain't me. All right, my name is David Pierre as well, but it ain't me. All right, it ain't me. So if you want to put the SR on the end of that, or if you want to say Doc or whatever you want to say, just to show him love. I'm sure he'll read the comments because he watches the videos as well. So, just show him some love there. But yeah, so I've been busy. All right, going to graduation and just been busy doing a lot of things. I didn't get a chance to do any pre-draft stuff. Plus, let's just be honest. First and second round, we ain't had no picks. I could guess all I want who's going to be available in the third round, but a lot of people slide. Players slide. Nakobe Dean, for example, he slid. All right, so a guy you thought could have gone in the first to early second slid to the third round. So you just never know what's going to happen. So because of that, I didn't put out anything. I do apologize for that. I will be better next time around. Next year come. Hopefully, I'll be able to have more time to devote to this type of thing. Hint, hint, wink, wink. We'll see what's in the future. All right, we'll see what's coming, possibly. All right, but yeah, so let's go ahead and just get right into it. Third round, we had a pick all the way at the end of the third round. I can't pick at that. All right, at the end of the third round, we ended up going for and picking up linebacker. All right, possibly inside linebacker. Possibly looks like that's what we might be going with that. Channing Tindall, all right? That's who we pick up. 6'4", 225, 30-pound guy. Big dude, okay? Or is it 6'2"? Actually, sorry, 6'2". The other guy was 6'4", sorry. 6'2", about 230 pounds, something like that. Nice size linebacker, all right? He's your prototypical linebacker size-wise. A little taller than Nakobe Dean, although not as good. All right, as a prospect, as Nakobe or the other linebacker that was there. He was never a starter in Channing. All right, Channing was never a starter or anything like that, but he did play a vital role. He was spy, all right, and he did a good job in coverage and covering scat backs out the field, and he was a sideline-to-sideline guy. So, and he was a great blitzer at that. All right, so he had a role, blitzer, spy, and covering sideline to sideline, making sure these crazy jet sweeps and stuff like that didn't go nowhere because he was going to make sure that he was there to pick that stuff up. Very physical, all right? Very physical, loves to play football, loves contact. That's what you want to hear out of your linebackers. If a linebacker doesn't love contact, he's probably at the wrong position. You got to love contact. All right, you should be playing corner if you don't like contact and not slot. All right, because slot, you got to love contact as well. But anyway, he loves contact. That's what you want to hear. He's a guy that is going to get after it. All right. Some of his pros, really good at blitzing, really good at shedding, stacking the offensive lineman and shedding his blocks. Really good sideline to sideline. All right. Great tackler. All right. Very physical. Great speed, athleticism, all right? Strong guy as well, pretty strong. some of his not so good traits, okay? Some of his cons. Poor eye discipline. Eye discipline really is about diagnosing, all right? Using your eyes, seeing what you need to see, and then misdirection, all right? He gets caught up in the wash when it comes to misdirection and can't really figure out where the ball is, all right? He has a hard time doing that, has as a result of eye discipline, poor play recognition, all right? Now, if he can shoot through the gap, he's going to do that because he is an aggressive guy. So if he hits the hole right, he's going to make that tackle. But he often has a hard time with misdirection, things like that, eye discipline. And on top of that, another thing that he struggles with is coverage, all right? He's not the best in coverage with his back to the line of scrimmage, not necessarily where you want him right away. But the good thing about that is those things can be coached, okay? Even if he has to be a 2-down linebacker for now, and he's very physical and can shed blocks and do what he needs to do in the run game, we can deal with that while he starts to learn the intricacies of the pass game through coaching. We could deal with that. Eye discipline, that could be coached, all right? He's not as instinctive as you would want, but those things can be coached. He has the physical attributes that you would want out of any linebacker in today's game, all right? In today's game, you want a guy that can run a 4.5 because you got to be able to stay with the Lamar Jacksons, the Justin Fields of the world, the Josh Allens of the world, all right? You got to be able to stay with them. And side note, I know we're talking about the Dolphins, but I got to go ahead and give the Jets day props, all right? They ain't a joke today, all right? They did an excellent job with the draft. Now, does that necessarily mean that they're going to be a good team? No, it doesn't necessarily mean that. But as far as what they picked up in the draft, excellent job by them. Great job by the Bills as well. They got a beast of a running back in James Cook. I like him a lot. I think that they're going places with their draft picks, all right? Now, let's see what happens. Coaching means a lot. Scheme means a lot. We'll see how those things play out. But as far as on paper, the draft, those two teams did a great job. Moving on to our second draft pick of the weekend. That was the wide receiver, and I can't remember his name, and I hope I don't say this wrong. Eric Ezukanya. Ezukama. All right, we're going to do that. Ezukama, or Eric, all right, EE. He is a nice logo with the EZE or whatever, anything like that. EZE. We'll just call him EZE. EZE, all right, is a big, tall wide receiver, all right? 6'2", 225, 230 type wide receiver. No, sorry, 205. He was 205. 6'2", 205, 210 wide receiver in the mode of a Devonta Parker. Now, Devonta Parker ran a faster 40 time. This guy's a 4.55 guy. Devonta was a 4.4 guy, surprisingly. All right, surprisingly enough, he was a 4.4 guy, although his speed didn't really show up too much because he didn't run great routes. But he was a 4.4 guy. What this guy is a little different than Devonta Parker in is his ability to actually get yak, all right? He is a yak or a rack guy, yards after catch and run after contact guy. That's the type of guy he is. Like he's a very physical guy. He's got some wiggle to him. Could definitely run after the catch, do some of the things that Parker struggled with, all right? Not as sure-handed as Parker was, but he can get up and get contested catches. Got a little bit of acrobatic nature, an acrobatic nature to him, all right? So he can do the back shoulder stuff. He can twist, he can get his feet down, things like that. All good stuff, all right? He's a fourth-round pick. You can't expect too much out of those coming out the gate, but it does give us a guy that we can groom for the future, and you're also going to always need that bigger wide receiver. Now, I'm hoping he doesn't become a Leonte Carew type guy, because we see how that panned out for us, and he was a third-round pick. It just didn't work out. All right, so hopefully he's got a little bit more upside. Hopefully they can get him coached up, and hopefully he can just show up, all right, and do what he needs to do. He's going to play special teams, I'm sure, so he'll also fill that role for us, because he did play gunner in college. So he's a good kid, all right, good kid. Seemed like he had a strong head on his shoulders. His dad played in the NFL. His great uncle played in the NFL as well, as a first-round pick, all right, played tight end. So, this is a kid that we hope has that gene in him and should be able to, make a career with the Dolphins and just in the NFL in general. We will see decent speed, very physical, and creates yak, all right? That's what you want. That's what you want, all right? Yes, he misses some of the easy catches, but he makes the hard ones, okay? So we'll deal with that, and then we'll see how he progresses. Mini camp is in a few weeks, so we'll see if we hear a little bit of noise out of that, all right? We'll see. The next pick we have was in the seventh round, and that was Cameroon Goude, all right? Maybe. It's either Good or Goude. I don't know. I would think Goude because it seems like he might be, of African descent. So maybe Goude is probably what it is. I'm not 100% sure on that. But he is a big guy, 6'4", 230-ish, runs also a 4.5 speed, okay? He ran a 4.5 40, 20 and a half sacks in college throughout his 5-year career. This guy is your typical outside linebacker in the 3-4, all right? He played 3-4 in college. He is an outside linebacker in the 3-4 scheme. He is your Jaylen Phillips, all right, type. Not as tall, not as physical as Jaylen Phillips, not as athletic, but he's in that same type of mold. 6'4", 230, runs a 4.5, okay? That's the type of guys you need. Physical guy, all right? Apparently, he prides himself in being able to set the edge. We're going to need that, all right? Should be able to get some sacks, 20 and a half sacks in 5 years. That's not too bad. I'm not sure if he was a starter or a backup or not. I'm not 100%. I believe he was a starter, especially over the last few years, but I'm not 100% sure. He is a little small, okay, for an outside linebacker, so we're hoping that, he holds up, being able to set the line of scrimmage in the NFL, because college and NFL is a little different. You would want an outside linebacker to be around 250, all right, to be honest, because you're going to be on the line of scrimmage a lot in the 3-4, and I expect him to be on the line of scrimmage, but he does have the type of speed where he can get downfield as well. So they can change it up with him, and I'm sure he'll just be into spell guys, and with that athleticism, he'll be able to track down guys like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Justin Fields, guys like that, all right? As you can see, the Dolphins did a great job picking up speed. We're going to need speed. Speed is what you need. You need speed, all right? If anybody knows the Rocky series, that's something that's a line I picked up from like Rocky 2 or something like that. So, yeah, we got speed, all right? Speed galore. We have plenty of speed, and we're going to need speed, because that's what's going to help us counteract a guy like Josh Allen, who kills us every year with his legs, all right? We need speed, and speed is what we got. I absolutely love it. Last pick of the draft went to, for us, last pick of the 7th round for us, went with Skyler Thompson, all right? Quarterback out of Kansas State. So we got ourselves a quarterback. And I know the sky is falling. Tua is losing his job to this guy, all right? Not the case. All right, we got us a quarterback because you need to get quarterbacks. You have to develop a quarterback for the future as either a backup or somebody that can come in, possibly start, and you never know. If this guy becomes a beast and Tua's a beast, you got trade value, all right? All of a sudden, a 7th-round pick, you can turn that into a 3rd or a 2nd like they did with Garoppolo. You just never know, all right? So you could groom him, and if he becomes a beast and becomes a starter, that's fine. 6'2", has running ability, decent arm, struggles with accuracy, but that could be coached with footwork, things like that, which he said he's been working on his footwork and things like that. Used to coming up under center. All right, so that's not going to be a problem for him. Just struggles sometimes with accuracy, but hey, he can run. I don't know what his 40 is, but definitely ran for like 26 touchdowns in his career. So that's not a bad thing at all. It's a guy that we can rely on with his legs and his arm if need be. If there's injuries to either Teddy or he beats out, the other third string guy that we have that he'll be competing with, this guy, Skyler. So we got him as well. Love the pick. Do I think we needed that? Not necessarily, but they went best player available all the way down. Okay, so that's what they ended up getting. Now, there's reports that they said it out of their mouth. There was a running back they liked, but he wasn't there. So they ended up going with who they went with in Channing in the third round. So, they went best player available. That's why they got a wide receiver, although they didn't need one in the fourth round. And, they made other picks. Now, that's not all they did. They picked up a bunch of players, all right, after the draft was over, rookie free agents. They picked up centers. They picked up offensive tackle, which a lot of people like. They picked up a running back. They picked up a cornerback. They picked up a defensive back, like a safety type guy. They picked up a punter as well. They picked up a good amount of guys that can come in and compete. And we all know that with the Dolphins, you're going to have a chance to make the team. All right. If you're an undrafted rookie free agent, you have a chance to make the team. One or two of these guys are going to step up and make the squad. Let's just hope that it's on the offensive line. Let's hope it's on the offensive line. All right. One of those centers, that tackle, let's hope that, they make the team because we need all the offensive line help we can get. I trust in the left side of the line. Right side is a little shaky, all right, a little iffy. I'll come back throughout the week. We'll go a little more in depth. At that point, I will give a grade on the Dolphins and some other teams as well, all right? So throughout this next week, be looking for that type of video. But today, I just wanted to break down exactly what we got, all right? These players that we got, just give you my thoughts on it, and then later in the week, I'll go ahead and we'll throw out grades, and then we'll do some other little things like that. I'll highlight y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we die. I love y'all like the Popeyes chicken sandwich when it first came out. See y'all in the next one.